Oh, how good it feels to be back.
Oh, another day in the
Oh
neighborhood.
man, I'm glad to be back. It's been a while, but lots happened in the past couple weeks. So we've been out of commission. No commission.
It's like what? Well,
Dude, kept trying to record, but you kept having stuff pop up. Yeah,
well, good to be back.
going on. So
Fair enough. A lot has happened in the past few weeks, but hell yeah, it's good to be back.
we are here, fine and dandy.
Fine and
You
dandy.
missed us.
Produced by Doofles. If you guys forgot or didn't pay attention,
It's
Doofles is our producer.
It's Doofles. I need to get a loop machine and just start like we'll do an intro every time. Doofles. It's Doofles. Doofles. Doofles.
I'm bored.
Oh,
Bored, dude.
well, I mean, soundboard's completely. Forgot what those are specifically called. Yeah, that's different. Soundboard has sound. Like.
But can't you program
Oh.
them to different like?
I think you can create sounds on it. But like it's different than like. I don't think you can. Doofles. It's Doofles. Like that. Macklemore's in the background.
It's
Doofles.
Doofles. It's Doofles. It's Doofles. 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 It's Doofles.
That for our intro, actually.
There's our
that.
intro.
Start doing that, just looping shit.
Fine, fine, and dandy.
It's
Fine
Doofles.
and dandy. Fine, fine, and dandy.
Doofles.
Fine
Doofles.
and dandy. Fine,
Doofles.
fine, and dandy.
It's
Fine
Doofles.
and dandy. Fine, fine.
All right.
Well, it's good to be back, everybody.
Intro
I'm
to our
glad that
show.
this is how we started because this is how you get to start this podcast. Wherever you're listening from, your home, your car, your freaking mom's house, whatever it is, dude. We're in your ear, and this is how we started. So you're
Get a
welcome. Recently, yeah, I did.
In the past week?
No, I think it was about 10 days ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Probably like right after our last episode dropped.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
I remember you were supposed to get the chop right before.
Got it like the day after.
Day after I left?
Or maybe the day of you left. Maybe the day you left. But
a week.
Actually, yeah, so.
A week.
'Cause
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. Week. Okay, yeah, it's been 10 days. So I was gone for a week. I don't
it's
know.
literally been 10 days.
It's like a week for me. It's been
You're
a week
like,
for
nah.
me. It's been a week for me, all right? So.
I slept 3 of those days.
Dude, I did, dude. I had to recover. This is a long week. But nah, yeah.
For context, our boy Daniel went down under to Michigan State. And
not like Michigan State, like
the
not
Michigan
MSU.
State University.
Yeah, that's not where.
But to the state of Michigan, for a what you may call a gathering. Liberals, no.
Gathering of degenerates is
Degenerate gathering.
Dude, everyone there is 100% a degenerate, without a doubt. Like if you're there, you are somewhat inside of your body.
Shouts out to the forest degenerates. You know, we love you.
Yeah, dude, it was great. Before I get into that, though, I was gonna say, nice haircut, dude. I like it. I mean, good. Looks
I'm thinking about continuing down this route.
good with the bun and everything. Shape sides. I know it was hard in the phase of that was probably growing out your hair is always a tough decision.
Honestly, for me, I just had fun with it.
Yeah.
I was just doing like
Yeah, you were
pigtails and
face buns.
now it's time to get serious.
Now it's time to get down to business.
Tie it up in one bun, put your fucking smock on, and get to
Professional
work.
Now it's time to start making those sales, dude. Now it was different, Josh. Now it's sales.
If your loved one is looking, oh,
If you're looking for solar, hit your boy Josh.
Oh, hell yeah! Crazy shit happening in the basketball world. It's free agency right now. A lot of shit. But not back to.
Stuff getting picked up over there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
What makes you?
yeah. I'm getting picked up.
Yeah.
Getting picked up. I'm getting picked up from right here. But yeah, definitely selling solar now. It's been a different switch up for as far as career go. I'm used to being more service industry, catered to some rather than now I'm what have to do my best interest. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm trying to save people money. Different style. Like I don't get paid. Different style of work. I don't necessarily know exactly how to navigate the changes that have happened, but I'm working, getting some information and fucking honestly a lot of mentorship. Like it's shown me a lot of people talk about my success, and that's nice. That's nice.
That's good. It's a learning process. The whole thing, anyway. You can only get better. You gotta. It's an adapting and learning. It's important.
For sure, bro.
All right, yeah. Now I'm gonna dive in because
All right, now that I gave a fuck about him, fuck about me.
now it's time for me dive in here. All right. So I went to Michigan. I drove 20 hours. Brutal. The first on the way up there, well, we stopped and we napped and shit. So it took us like a little over 30 hours, I think, to get there. Like a day and a half, roughly, to get up there. We zoomed back though. It took us, I think, like 19 hours. Nah, probably cut like 30 minutes off the trip. We were zooming.
In hours. That's referred to it.
No, 20 hours in the car.
Oh,
The 20-hour drive, so it took us like 19 and a half, maybe a little more. But
gotcha.
yeah, that's zooming. Right here,
Crazy.
bro. Yeah, we were barely made any
How
stops.
many stops did y'all make?
On the way back?
Yeah.
Hardly any, bro. Like gas and that's
Just
it.
gas.
Gas up, that's it. Fucking going.
Roll out, soldiers.
It honestly wasn't as expensive on gas as I thought it would have been. Honestly, cheaper than flying, that's for sure. Bye. Hell yeah.
Yes, you.
The flannel I got on right now is an Electric Forest flannel. I also got some Electric Forest shorts on right now. I had to buy some merch. It was a must. I had to. I had no choice. I put aside money because I was like, I never get merch at any festival ever. I never buy merch.
I mean, fair because I would certain degree overpriced. Not like price like it's not. Buy stuff, mark it up.
Oh yeah,
It's not
pricey.
overpriced like quality material. It's a really nice flannel, and those shorts that you got are fucking dope. So like,
Oh yeah, no. Honestly though, the shorts were only like 30, so like relatively not bad. And then I mean, yes, I mean 60 for a flannel. Yeah, it's a little steep, but honestly, this quality of this flannel is fucking
it
great. I love it.
got like the memories involved in it and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, yeah. It was fucking literally
definitely
the
worth it.
craziest experience. So I camped, and so like general for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna give so there's
If you
different
don't know, bro, now
there's
you'll
different
know,
types of
bro.
camping. There's Good Life camping. I think they have one that's might be a little bit better than that. Which like those are like the AC ventilated like camping units and shit like that. I think it might even be like log cabin style. But yeah, so it's a lot better. Like Good Life, you're actually living the good life camping wise. You're
Right.
getting good like they clean out those porta potties every morning type shit. We get general admission, you get the shit into the stick for sure. Like furthest walk to the venue type shit.
How long was the walk? Was it like a mile, 2 miles,
Dude,
like,
I don't know.
or how many minutes?
Oh, like 15 to 20
Okay, so
to get into the venue.
half a mile.
Yeah, it's a long walk, but
When you say get into the venue, like that's like to the gates.
yes,
How like because the big like the not just the campground, actual forest of like where all the stations are and like
fucking huge.
vendors stuff. It's like how big is like
You know what? I'm gonna see
what the
how many
forest
miles
looks
this is real quick, 'cause it's huge. That shit is absolutely huge.
because you gotta think like that shit's. I wonder how long it takes to like set things like that up. Like it must take all year. obviously the cleaning of prepping for.
Something like that. So the entirety of Electric Forest is 400 acres, but all right, hold on.
Holy shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Feel electric. You know what I'm. Hey, you get. You guys get me.
Yeah, it's not really giving me any.
Miles, how big it is.
Acres. That was like the whole forest. That's like camping.
Included.
That's like the whole Electric Forest. Not really giving me shit. Yeah, it's not really giving me. So it's estimated around like 45,000 people that go. It's huge. But no, so basically, yeah, no, I walked a fuck ton of miles pretty much just from there and back. So, but they have group camping, they have the Good Life camping, and then they have RV camping, and then you have general admission camping. And general admission camping is like you're in that bitch for sure. You know what I mean? You bring your own tent. You got to bring all your showers are $10 a shower. Ice is $10 a bag of ice. Dude, it's insane. It's insane out. Like
I guess I get it from like a business standpoint, but like that's
the way that they do, like, the way that they see it, and I mean, I get it. Is like really, you can bring anything in, pretty much. You can bring all your own shit. Bring up a pop up shower, and the thing with the pop up shower is like $20-$30, right? You're saving money right there. If you're trying to take a shower every day, only once a day, that's already $40.
I get have showers there. Why are you charging shower? I don't know. I mean,
because you could do a pop up shower, and the water's all you gotta do is and it's just like, I mean, a case of bottled water there was $60.
Dang.
You want a case of a 24 pack of water?
The markup on that is $57. Dang.
Yeah. But the thing is, also, there's free water stations everywhere.
There.
You didn't bring water bottles at
then
all?
You gotta walk all the way to the water station, all the way back with the water.
No, yeah.
Fill up your pop-up shower.
I mean, but the thing is, you could bring bicycles, or you can bring, like, people have, like
almost, like, rinsing off in your pop-up shower. You gotta walk out. Go water.
Use a water bottle. No, it happened to our neighbors, for sure. You have to use a water bottle and rinse that shit off, for sure.
Hell yeah.
It's not fun, but, I mean, I watched it happen. But, all right. So, you get there. The thing is, that's crazy. So, it opens on Thursday. Wednesday, technically. So, it opens at midnight Thursday. You know what I mean? So, like, Wednesday going to Thursday midnight is when general admission camping opens. But literally, they were letting people in Wednesday anyways, from, like, what a couple people had told me and Jerry. They're like, yeah, they're letting anyone in, basically. Because it's literally, like, most people already load in, like, Tuesday load in. Then Wednesday early, for the early day pass, almost everyone's already there. Like, majority of the attendees are already packed in. Like, when we got there, we were like, we thought we were early because we got there at 11:30 on Wednesday night. Like, fuck yeah, we're here early. Fuck no, dude. We were not there early at all.
Because, like, people had already been stationed, got their shit.
Dude, we're pulling in, and everyone's walking around and shit. We're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, are we late? Like, what is happening?
Was it this Wednesday, or was it?
Dude, everyone's
Wednesday?
just walking around. Just
been out here since last year.
That's how that's what it felt like, bro. I was like, holy shit. I mean, that's already a good indication it's gonna be like a good, because
that's
like,
fair.
The comfortability, you know what I mean, everything. When people are like that comfortable already, you know, it's like we've been here before. So it's definitely a good sign, especially, you know,
the calm before the storm.
Yeah, everyone's like already used to it. I mean, they already had sets going on too, like RV sets and shit in the camp.
Like, actual artists are just.
Well, you can do that too.
Like, artists were going
Well,
actually
no, so they have
performing, or how?
stages
That's what I was
everywhere.
saying.
They have
Oh,
they have
okay.
like little stages throughout the entire campgrounds, even
Oh,
in Good
fuck.
Life. So like, yeah, there's constant secrets. Like, it's literally insane because inside the forest, there's secret sets constantly being happening, pop up. You don't know. You could just be in a place and then there's like a random pop up set that happened. Or they'll put it because you have the app and they'll update it day of last minute. Like
10 minutes.
just like, hey, this is happening. Like you look at you'll look at that day of, you'll look and you're like, that wasn't on there yesterday. Like what is like a whole fucking different, like adding
Fair.
sets and shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but then after it's all over, like after the forest closes at like 4, but like sets usually end around like 3:15 or so, 3:30. Uh, then RV sets start, but there's like different entrances and shit. So there's like some that are in one place and there's some that are in another. There was one area that held majority of them. But that was so far from where we were, so we really didn't hit any of the RV sets because fucking dead by the end of every day. You know, walking.
That makes sense. I
Well,
mean, you got to think like you're walking at least what, like 5 miles a day, maybe, probably more. Maybe
the third day, 10 easy, bro.
you're walking like back and forth. Well, obviously you got to walk the first like 15 to 20 minutes to get to the gate. So then the additional and back, so additional walking from day to station, just top of the mile and a half.
Yeah, and then I mean there was also, I would walk to the shower, and walk back, and then get ready and shit. Then I would go grab food at like the common area or like the village area, which is where all the food and like they have little activities and shit there, which is like close to where the entrance is at. So that's a walk, and then walk all the way back, and then get ready for the festival because you're not in your festival clothes. Like I wasn't right away. I would chill for a little bit, grab some food and shit, then go back, and then I would head in. And then it's like, bro, like so the first stage is so far from fucking everything. Like it's literally it sucks so bad. So you walk in, there's a stage to the right. It's a huge ass stage. And then you gotta walk through that little first area, right? And then there's like a whole nother small area with just like little shit right there, right? And then
Right.
there's a thing called the giving tree that's right there in that area too, where it's like you set something down like a value or whatever you have, you put it down. Like there's Pokemon cards, there was candy bracelets, there was condoms there. Literally like you could throw you could throw anything down and then you pick something up. So it's a give and take thing. Really cool.
That's
And
fair.
there's like another little like wall thing right in that area where you write something like whatever you feel. You can write anything, but people will tend to write like beautiful messages and inspiring stuff on that wall.
Whatever their experience.
Yeah, what are they feeling in that moment,
Right.
and things like that. And so you walk through that whole area. That's a whole nother little area. There's no stage there. That's just a small area. You have to go through all that, and then you finally get to the second stage area called the Ranch Arena.
Okay.
And to get from one side of that to the other is a fucking walk. And then you get to the other side, and then from there, then you have to take the entrance to the actual forest.
Hell yeah.
So like that's like where there's umbrellas that light up and shit like at night at the top. But you have to take that, like there's multiple entrances on both sides. But then you go into the forest and there's stages. There's like a silent disco in there. There's like smaller stages. Like my favorite was called the Observatory. They did a lot of trance and stuff like that there, deep house and things of that nature. And they did some deep bass on that stage a couple times too. Favorite stage for sure. But then they had the honeycomb stage. That shit was set up like honeycomb style. There's fucking sick as fuck. Bubble looking thing. I saw a beatboxer there. That's cool. So there's that, and then there's a thing called the trading post inside of the forest as well, where also you can trade things of value. So they have things there, but you have to like handmade crafted things, and then you can trade that something else. There, right? But there's a stage in the back of that. So you go through that, and then in the back, there's a whole nother stage.
What the fuck? So wait, how many stages were there?
Let's see. There's the honeycomb. There was the trading post. It's called the Arctique Grand Arctique stage. There's the honeycomb. There's the silent observatory, the carousel, which is in the so you go through the forest. There's more stages in the back. There's the carousel. Then there's the Sherwood Court. Then you have Tripoli and you have Ranch Arena. So there's 8 stages. So 8 stages.
Not including pop up.
The RV, that's not including RV stages. Yeah, it's not including any of that outside of that shit. Yeah, no, it's literally, and there's so much. And there's a piano. There's a piano in the middle of the forest, too. Porter Robinson did a little pop-up piano set, basically. Yeah,
think I
yeah.
saw
So
somebody tweet
he
about
like
that.
he just did a little pop-up because why not? Played on the piano in the Said This Guy did that in 2019, but it's cool because you don't know, you know. Said This Guy. Because they've Said This Guy. That's the artist name.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, by the 4th day, everyone, dude, it's funny because a couple people would come up to us and they talk to us and like, honestly, like one dude's like, honestly, I don't even really want to drink right now. He's like, but I'm just drinking to stay alive at this point. He's like, I'm fucking exhausted. I was like, get over there. Oh yeah, that's cool. But yeah, so
That's my bad.
all good. So basically, yeah. So just at the 4th day, multiple people like, well, I'm just trying to make it through the day. It's exhausting. We actually met a dude the last day. He was a band director, head band director. Cool, actually. Yeah, yeah, that was his name. Or yeah, Mr. H is in middle school, but this guy was like a high school head band director. It's funny because he said,
Up there.
well, I mean,
Well,
there's not much dubstep there.
oh, really?
There's not a lot of dubstep there. It's mostly like jazz bands, jam bands. There's some funky shit. A lot of house music was there. You had trance music. You had fucking a little bit of techno. Porter Robinson, whatever Porter Robinson. Whatever Porter
Just start
Robinson is.
naming artists.
Yeah, whatever, whatever.
Can't put 'em in
Yeah,
a
whatever
box.
Porter Robinson is. They did have some dubstep there, of course, and then a lot of like deep bass. So like, I don't even know what you would consider that genre exactly. Like a lot of experimental shit. So you had like Illustream, Closey, Lab Group, Immersive, a lot of shit like that. Which Super Task, like that was sick as fuck too. It wasn't a lot, bro. It was literally all mellow, chill vibes. There's a group called the String Cheese Incident, and it's like basically their festival. Like they've been there since the beginning, right? They help curate it. They're basically partner in it as well. So they get like they perform like 3 times, 3-hour sets, and they're a jam band. Low key shit went off. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of killed it. Like, they're just grooving up there. It's a vibe, and everyone's just dancing and shit. Big, 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 big. Nah, but one of the craziest things, honestly, that happened. So we pull up to our campsite. We're setting up. It's really funny though, cause when we were pulling in, a car cut us off to try to get in. We're like, all right, asshole. Like all these cars were already going. We needed to go. It's like you could have let us in. What's one car? You know what I mean? But they like sped up. Then like these girls got out, and Jerry's like, man, I hope these assholes aren't our fucking. That's gonna fucking suck. We don't want these motherfuckers as our neighbors. Like, dude, it looks like they might be our neighbors. But then I was like, honestly, nah. With the way the forest works, dude, they're not gonna be. They weren't our neighbors, bro. Yeah, they ended up like pulling out like the way they were doing it is like they went to the right side and we went to the left. So we're setting our shit up, and like these people next to us, they got a big ass tent and do it. And then this guy comes, he's like, do you care if like this space? I was like, nah, we only need this much. You're good, bro. And talking, and then after the fact, he introduces himself. He's like, hey, my name's Ali. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, bro? And he's like, where y'all from? I'm like, oh shit, I used to live in Houston. I moved to Denver. I live in Denver now. I was like, oh shit, you know. And we didn't meet anybody else from Texas. The only other people I knew from Texas there that I ran into were some of the other homies I was gonna meet up with, anyways. Funny thing is, I ran into them. Like I didn't even the second day I ran into them by accident. Like it wasn't even like no, we were planning on meeting up, but like, yeah, nah, it's hard to, like, there's no service out there. And we just ran into each other the second day. Fucking sick as fuck, right? So that worked out. And then it turned, AT&T had service, and then it was Andrew and Hope. So then Andrew's like, oh, Hope has AT&T, bet, y'all could, like, just get her number real quick, and then we'll message meet up tomorrow. Yeah. Anyways, so talking to Ali, he's like, oh, my friend Sergio too. Well, we didn't know his name was Sergio at the time, but he was just like, my friend's from Houston too, whatever. And then we come back to the campsite for like a break. Me and Jerry do, like, we come back for, and they were there. Like Sergio and Ali had just come back at the same time randomly, like literally right behind us. We're like following us. They weren't, of course. It was just weird timing, and we just got to talking, bro. We were vibing, cool, and we're like, dude, y'all are fucking cool, whatever. And they're like, oh, we gotta go meet up with our friend. He's getting off the shuttles and shit. And then we got caught up talking, and they were like an hour later. They're like, oh fuck, we were supposed to leave to go get him like an hour ago. But crazy enough, his name ended up being Mark, but his shuttle was late. So it didn't. It was funny how that worked out. His shuttle was late anyways, so it didn't really matter. Like they had to wait on him a little bit, so it worked out perfectly. But then we come back, and then like he's there because we didn't know Mark yet. So this nighttime we meet Mark. I think what's up? We're all chilling, we're talking, chatting, chatting up and shit. He's like, oh shit. He's like, y'all are cool, bro. Where y'all from? Like Houston. He's like, oh shit, what part? Like South or whatever. And then we're talking. He's like, where? He's like, well, really, we're from like Dickinson, League City, whatever. He's like, oh shit, bro, I live in League City. Like,
Bitch, what the fuck?
bro, we drive all the way to Rothbury, fucking Michigan, just for your next door camping neighbors to live in League City, motherfucker. Dude, what the? I was just like, yo, what the fuck, dude? I was like, that's fucking out of all the people, you know? Like, I didn't meet anybody else from Texas the entire time I was there. Met people from Chicago. I met people from Minnesota. I met people from fucking, a lot of people from fucking Colorado, North Carolina, California. I think there was someone, Jersey. I met someone from Jersey, Georgia, fucking Atlanta and shit. Not anybody else from Texas. But the one person I'm fucking camped next to, fucking League City, bro. Just wild. But yeah, needless to say,
Fire.
magical
that's
time.
Wild as shit.
Yeah, magic.
I was gonna say because it's just like you went all that way to like kind of not necessarily escape, but like it is a level of escape, and then like wait, fuck, I thought like no way, I thought I was gonna else from League.
Nah, exactly. And like those are the homies now for sure. Like we shared so many like literally like we spent the whole like usually like camping you meet your neighbors, cool, y'all vibe, whatever, y'all like meet up back at the camp. But we spent the entire like after the first day, we were a group. Like we like it was like we came there together. Like we were there as a group together. Like we came to the festival together. We were there the whole weekend.
Wild.
Second day all day. Third day we spent all day. Fourth day we spent all day. Me and Jerry are like, these are our friends now. Like, for real. Like, these are the homies now. Sure. And then I was even talking to the homie Mark. I was like, nah, bro. I'm going to be kind of upset if we don't camp together if we don't all camp together at Forest next year. He's like, honestly, I'm going to be kind of salty if we don't hit each other back up when we get back home. I was like, I feel that, bro. I was like, I feel that. You're right.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm an asshole
like,
for even suggesting anything less than that.
Like, you're right, but I was like, we're homies.
No, for sure. You want to do brunch? It's like, what are we doing?
Facts, though. It's just like, bro, like, we spent this much time together, dog. Like, we fucking...
You want to go shoe shopping? What's your size?
Looking at but
what are you going for Christmas?
All right, one more story, though. I gotta tell this one. There was a lot that happened the whole weekend, but I gotta just give the good ones. You know, I gotta give like the cool shit. So, essentially, there's scavenger hunts in the forest. There's probably a bunch of shit I ended up not seeing while I was there, but there's one. It was called the Hangar Quest. And the hangar essentially is an area where there's like a lot of little shit to do. They have like different shops.
Is it an actual?
No, it's like the. What is that? What? I don't know. What? No.
Airports have.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Set up like. Yeah.
Talking all
right. Yeah. So in there.
hangars for.
Yeah. It's HANGAR.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it looks like without the plane
without
inside.
The plane, yeah. So it's like an actual hangar, but with all different types of activities,
like little shit in there. Yeah, so you go in. Well, not really vendors. So like, there's one area it has pool.
They didn't have food.
In the hangar. Nah.
Oh, okay.
So what the hangar has is like there's a barbershop. There's a beauty shop in there. Then there's a fucking like little lounge area where they serve like cocktails and they have like couches and shit. There's another area that has like pool, bowling, ping pong in there and shit. People are just playing in there and shit. And then so like essentially you have to start the quest in there. where you start is this place called the travel agency. You have to go in the travel agency and you're wait. There's like multiple lines. Like they set this shit up nice, you know. So you're waiting in line and you have to get to the table and you're like, I'd like to request an application, please. And like, what's your application gonna be for? Like, an application for the quest. Like, oh, you liked an application for the quest. Like, and then like, oh, okay, like, but yeah, they're like, okay, like, we got the application right here for you. So they give you the application, and it has basically all these hints, and they explain to you. So you have to figure out where these hints lead, and there'll be boxes, code for each box, and then each box will have a stamp, and you have to stamp all of these 4 things. Once you get to all 4, you come back here. I'll give you the 5th stamp, and we'll go from there. I had all the codes.
Okay.
The box was already there. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, we cheated, but it's
the
like,
homies gave them to you.
Yeah.
So then you like.
yeah, well, no. So, like, it's funny.
So did you like wait a certain amount of time?
Fuck no,
or
th-
you were
no,
just
this is
like,
what hap-
here it is.
So I ended up talking to a couple of the workers, and we were cool. We were chatting, and they were cool as fuck. They were from Atlanta. We were talking and shit, and they were just like, "Did you know about the hangar quest?" I was like, "Someone had told me about it. I heard about it. I don't really know what it is or whatever." Like, shit, yeah, we are like, cause I was asking like, "Do y'all get to explore the forest?" Like, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like when we get off, we're in that bitch. Like we're all over the place, and like it's 3 of them, so they're like they all hang out. Like they work there, but they all hang out, and they like
They're all like friends.
friends,
They
so-
did it together so
Yeah.
they could experience the forest, but also maybe stay on the side.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So basically, they explored it. Like, oh shit, like yeah, we did it, and they were talking, and they're like talking about it and all this shit, this different. Like, look, I'll give you a hint 'cause I don't want to ruin it. And then we're just talking, and he's like, all right, you know what? I fuck with you. Fuck it. I'm gonna. He's like, I'm gonna give it all to you. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, let me get my notes out. So I'm like writing everything down. I don't know what any of it means. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm writing numbers down.
So that one's 06425. Okay.
Like, I don't know what any of that shit means. Like telling me top left, top right. That shit. None of that shit's making sense. I was like, all right.
Fucking old GTA fucking cheat codes.
Right?
Just up, down, left, right, X,
4,
X,
7,
X,
5.
R2.
And so I'm just like, oh shit, like all right. That was the 3rd day. I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get around to doing the quest. Before day, all the homies were like, nah, we gotta at least do the quest. Like, it's last day. Fuck it, we gotta make time. Cause there was a set we were gonna catch. It was Grizz's 2nd set called Chasing the Golden Hour, and everyone said that set was fire. So we missed it though, cause we, of course, were on the quest. We finished the quest in time, but what the quest led to was another story. So then you finish the quest, so we basically had to go around to each of these things. We don't know where all the boxes are. We're figuring that. We don't know where to start. We have the codes, but we still don't know where the fuck anything is. So we're along the way, and we're figuring out where everything's at. And, like, there's different phones and shit. I called one of them, but I really didn't know what was going on. And they're like, all right, what are you looking for? Because I didn't have, like, the exact answers. And I was like, I don't know. They're like, and then on the phone on the other end, they're like, yeah, this is embarrassing as fuck. And I was like, all right. I'm done. Anyone else want to try? Like, that's fucked up, bro. Like,
all right, that's exactly what I needed to hear. Please take this out of my
I was
head.
like, fuck, dude. That's fucked up. Little side note, too. There's phones all over the forest. You pick one up, it'll call another phone in the forest, and anyone can pick that up. So you're just having, like, random conversations with whoever's on the... You don't know who's on the other side. All right, so finally, like, we find all the boxes, and we're helping other people. Like, they're, like, struggling. Like, hey, just try this number, and they'll do that. Like, how the fuck do you know that? It's like, I don't know. I just good guess. I don't know. Like, we're helping everyone out.
17044
Yeah, we're like-
up, down.
we're like-
That's it.
We're like, try 459. Like, looking back, like, are you sure? Like, what? Like, are you sure? Like, nah, just try it real quick. They're like,
It's just one less than 460. I'm just trying shit here.
yeah. So we get all the stamps. We go back. We get the 5th stamp. They hand us a sticker and a little pin. Like, it has wings and has a little tree on it. Yeah, it is a quest pin. Like, this is your ticket. You got to go to the concierge over there, and you got to give him the ticket, and you got to ask him for a room. And then we go over there, and, like, we'd like to book a room, please. Like, book a room for what? You're like, have your ticket, for, whatever. You have to show them your shit. Like, okay, boom. Like, and then basically they give a spiel. I don't remember all of it because I was a little fucked up. But then they're like, you're going to be in room 4. Like, all right, sick. You go wait. There's a crowd. There's a group. Because, all these adults are fucking, we're all children.
Right.
A lot of us did the scavenger hunt shit. And this dude comes out in, like, a mask and this weird, like, costume. And he's, like, giving another spiel. But I also wasn't paying attention to that. And he's like, y'all may enter. So then we go into the room. It's 30. It's an actual room. Like there's a bed in there. There's like a nightstand. Like you're in a fucking room. And it's like 35 of us motherfuckers in there, just tightly packed in there. And this lady comes up, suitcase, explaining everything, and she's just like, "Yeah, I was in the circus, whatever. I grew up with clowns. I grew up with this and that. I party with clowns. We would party all night, stay up till sun comes up." And then she's like, "Well, one day they left me. I was all alone. I didn't know where to go. I had no friends, whatever." And she's like, "Well, y'all be my friends." And I was like, we're like, we want to see where this is going. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And then finally she wraps it up. She's like, "Do y'all want to see my new friends?" And everyone's like, "Fuck yeah." She's like, "Here's this door that no one knew was here until I told you it was here." But you could kind of see it. Like, it was funny. Pushes that hoe open. And then it's a whole nother room. There's a room behind that. You're like, what the fuck is happening? Like, me and all the homies were just like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? And it's what's called a poetry brothel. I'm going to get to what that means here in a second. But essentially, there's like this dude and this girl. The dude's dressed up like he's like in a masquerade. Like he's got these like romper type shit on. It's black. He's got like a tuxedo shirt, bow tie, fucking little mask on. And then there's a woman that looks like she's from The Great Gatsby, feather type shit, like dancing dress on and shit, like sparkles, stuff like that. They called her Madam. No, she was the madam of the fucking brothel, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And so, like, they do a little bit. It's like a little bit between the two of them. It's funny as fuck. They were, like, doing back and forth and, like, making jokes. Funny, honestly, was super hilarious. The dude was, like, so witty with everything on top of it. It was so good. And then
like his time
was perfect. Yeah, really, really good. Honestly, like, I was like, how the fuck is he on point with everything, you know? And then this dude comes up, and he's a performer, so he has a nub on one hand and, you know, a hand on. And then, so he's playing the guitar with a nub, but he's fucking killing it, and he's just singing a song.
A hand on the
he's
other
like,
hand.
He's like, I just wrote this. Yeah, I just wrote this song about this so and so. So here we go, and everyone's just dancing and shit to it. It was a vibe. But then these ladies come out, right, in like lingerie style clothing, and the madam like introduces like all of them. She's like, "This is so and so. This is." And the way the room's set up is like, me and the homies and a few other people, we're in one. Like, it's cubby holes of beds.
Okay.
So then you pick whichever girl you want, go to that bed. Sitting in a bed with a bunch of strangers with their shoes off in a bed. Yeah, and then she crawls up into the bed, whoever you choose, whatever girl, and like she's in the bed with you sitting down. Do I have permission or do I have consent to read you poetry? They were big on consent too. Like, consent is sexy. It is hot. And you're like, everyone's like, hell yeah. A lot of people left though. It's crazy because like they're like, if you don't want to stay for the poetry, you can leave. And I was like, do you want to stay? And they're like, fuck yeah. Like everyone's like, I want to see where the fuck this is going. I was like, I feel that. All right, we're staying.
Dude, we are deep in the rabbit hole. There is no exit door here.
Exactly. So we she sits there and then she reads a poem and then she's like, I have permission to go deeper. And she's like looking in each of our eyes while she's reading poetry, and everyone's just like, you know. This is kind of intimate. And just so happens she reads a fucking poem about heartbreak and like basically everyone in her group like going through shit, and we're like, of course, this shit. Of course, she would have a poem about. And that pretty much wrapped up that. But that was an adventure.
That sounds crazy. I mean, first of all, like the idea of a poetry brothel in itself is hilarious, but also like the way that it was executed sounds fucking awesome.
It was awesome. It was fucking amazing. The fact of going on an entire quest in itself to lead there, like you don't know it's there.
It's crazy.
It's all word of mouth.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what you were talking about is like the secrets.
Yeah.
The secret sets, like fucking codes and shit to unlock different quests, and like all of that shit is all word of mouth. So I guess like the more you get around
it's just like a moment you run into somebody, someone's like, you hear about this? You're like, nah, like, yeah, no, right now. This is, and you're like, oh shit. You're like, all right, that's where I'm going now. Like, that's not what I had planned for the next 2 hours, but fuck it. I guess that's what I'm doing now. And that's just, it's 4 days of that. Like, you're just like, It's not what I had planned, but what we're doing now, fuck it. Had a fuck ton of good food there. There was some questionable, but most of it was really really good.
Questionable thing.
Yeah, dude, I had a thing called a Wookie dog.
A furry dog.
Dude, it was a so it's a corn dog, fried, but there's so half of it's a cheese stick,
What?
and the other like it's fried like a cheese stick. So they have different ones. Like there's ones that have like Takis on it, like a I think it was like a spicy mayo on it, also, and then it was a Tex-Mex one, and then the one I got was ramen on top with like sesame garlic sauce on top, sesame seeds. Yeah, but half of it's a cheese stick and the other half it's half cheese stick. Half. I was like, that's for people who are. Those are for high people. Who the fuck? I was like, half cheese stick, half corn dog. I wish the whole thing. Honestly, what I thought it was at first was a corn dog with cheese inside of it. I was like, a deep fried corn dog. That's a move. But sausage with some cheese. That's the idea. Like I was like, whoever hits that one, that's the
Or
banger.
what if you could make like a chili cheese dog, but like chili and cheese inside like the dog rat, like
That'd be kind of sick.
battering a having the cheese and then
That'd be super gas. Honestly, I've never been a
Sick.
good fan of chili and cheese because sometimes the chili's iffy.
it does depend on whether or not you have good chili.
Like I
Chili
need
cheese dogs can hit hard if
fire chili. Like I need
Yeah.
quality. Like for me, I chili. The idea of shitty chili just makes me fucking. I'm like that is like I don't know
that's
what's
fair.
in that.
That's
Like
a good point.
it
That's a
makes
fair
me
point.
think of like bologna for some reason. Like I don't know what's in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Well, I already feel that way about the hot dog itself.
Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with hot
So
dogs.
if the chili is also on that level,
Yeah, I love hot dogs. I'm just also
wouldn't- I
picky about
wouldn't-
hot dogs.
I wouldn't recommend doubling down on questionable meat to end.
But exactly. That's why I don't do. I'm not Oscar Mayer weaning anything, dog. I'm not processed fucking random meats on that vibe at all. If I'm eating a hot dog, it needs to be a quality ass sausage, or else I'm not eating that. I need a quality sausage in that bitch, or a quality bratwurst. That's the only way I'm eating a fucking hot. Good Chicago quality dog. That's it. Not taking any things in between. But yeah, that was pretty much like those are some highlights. It was a crazy weekend. I had a blast. Changed my life for sure. Magical experience. I'll be back every year without a doubt.
One of these days, I'll experience a music festival for the first time, and I'll do it with you.
Good dude. I think everyone should.
But
It's literally, we have to do a camp. Like camp. I'm never gonna. Like honestly, no more city festivals for me. No more like local. I don't give a fuck. I might like do a
Like
day for an artist.
camping,
Dude, that festival changed my whole outlook on everything. Like, I realized how much I don't like the local city fest. Like, how much they suck. Like the people too. The people that go suck. Like, combination of a lot of things. People that go and then the structure of it. Pretty ass. Like we got Disco Donnie. That man did not throw a quality fest. Throws a half-ass fest every single time, just enough to make it good enough. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'll have that no matter what. Like, there's not really such thing as what I'm looking for. Like, it's like a beautiful idea. It's always have. I guess the unfortunate side of the music
Oh, it does.
it comes out to play.
a big time. Yeah.
Saw that with like
Yep.
saw that with you're talking about Disco Donnie and quality as they so yeah, I mean it you gotta I guess take the losses and I feel like you have to stand the business side and fuck these that are ruining like also these have the outreach aspects. I get it, but it fucking sucks that we have to deal with fucking business and profit margins coming into play with the creative sides of life.
That's what made Forrest beautiful too. Is that everything was so creative. It's an art. It's more of an art thing than
Like
not about the music. It is about the music, but it's more than just like there's so much art. There's people like doing.
more about the connection.
There's people painting, like doing like live paintings in the forest. Like there's so much artistic shit. Constantly concept of everything. Really interactive.
And that's like I feel like a more of a like also refreshing. You know what I mean? Like you have like that. You have this life where every day you deal with people bringing their bullshit to work and making you deal with it. They like if since you're guest bring dining that it must have been refreshing to be able to just wake up and hear the music in the background. All these people have a good. Obviously, some of them are probably going through some shit, but able to see love, inspiring to people. Everybody's got not everybody, and it's difficult, but it's necessary to have that support.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
And what was great too, man, is like, I mean, a lot of festivals around here and stuff. 18 is the entry. Fucking Electric Force is all ages, but it's a lot of like people. Like the youngest person I met was like 22. So it's a lot of like, people are like, oh, it's just a phase. Motherfucker, half the people I met were like 30 plus. The good majority of them. I mean, they were younger. Like a lot of people my age, 25, 27. But like more towards upper 20s, early 30s a lot. So I'm like, yeah,
It's like the idea.
So-
It's like anything's a phase if you stop doing it.
that's, yeah.
You being a good driver was a phase until you got in a car accident. You know what I mean? It's like every if you think about it, it's like it's just a phase. It's like yeah, well, I mean, have you worked at the job that you worked at all your life? Everything for this also just
Fair. Yeah, it's just a
it's just a phase. They'll get over it.
No,
Don't worry.
I've had people to be like whenever I talk about raving, like, yeah, I remember when I used to rave and I grew out of it. I was like, that's cool. Like condescendingly, I'm like, that's good for you. Yeah,
Right.
means you never actually loved it. You just did it because you thought it was something cool to do in the time being. Like that's not why I do it. But I'm glad to know that you suck. Like you are not someone I want to talk to. So I thank you for like letting me know that now. So
Refreshing when projections come out.
yeah, you're like, oh, so you suck is what you're telling me. Like, yeah, I remember when I used to, and then I grew out of it. It's like, oh yeah, cool. I don't know how you grow out of loving music, but
Said, oh yeah, cool. But I thought you.
like, what does that mean? Yeah, I grew out of loving music. I remember when I used to love music when I was a child, but then I grew up and I was like, I'm a boring piece of shit. So it's cool, I became less. Became more of a dickhead and less of a good person. So what happened when I grew up?
I love whenever people call their becoming of a dickhead. Like whenever someone becomes a dickhead, they call it being realistic. It's like realistically, you're. That's
Yeah.
all that has been. That is all that has transpired.
Nah, I love whenever you meet like a genuine person, and then it's like people will try to like downplay that, and then they're like, "Yeah, well, some of us had to grow up." No, you're just saying that because you fucking suck now.
You gave up, and
Yeah, that's what that is. Let's align that a little bit better here. It's not that you grew up, you just became more of a piece of shit and you hate your life. That's it. That's more so. See that a lot though.
yeah, it sucks, but it's like I mean, it's more saddening than it is like annoying. It is annoying that people project their problems. More sad that people feel like they have to project their problems on you. That everybody's gonna like. It just shows you how dark of a place a person's in whenever they feel like everything bad thing that happened to them is gonna happen to everybody else, and no matter what, you can't fix it. Bad shit's gonna happen. You gotta roll with the punch. Like, yeah, but like you gotta put yourself in situations for bad shit to happen. Doesn't mean you don't. That doesn't mean you stop enjoying your life.
Stop. I don't know, man. It's like the idea of just not doing things you enjoy because of whatever realistic ideals you have. It's like,
Yeah, like what are we being realistic about? Even if you claim stability, it's economy could fucking break tomorrow, and what job I'm gonna do, and fucking
It could lay you off.
like that's exactly what I was gonna say. Lay you off, and then we're in the same shoes, except I actually enjoy my life.
That's it. That's how I see things. Like, I'm fine. Like, it was something weird today. I saw there's a dubstep producer. He's like, I don't care about fame and shit. He's like, I just want like stability and a future that I enjoy.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people want that, but then they lose sight of the enjoy part. Ability becomes such a imperative thing. And don't get me wrong, if you have kids, and please feed your children. But I mean, dog, like that doesn't mean you can't do what you enjoyment in your life and hobbies. Find a way to monetize a hobby, to figure out how to get your money. Not easy,
It's crazy because like all the people I know that have like big boy jobs, I'm like, our lives aren't that much different.
right?
Like, you might have a house, whatever. I'm like, I personally don't even want a house right now, considering it and shit. I'm like, our lives aren't. I still do what you still do what you want. Oh, that's crazy. I still do what I want. That's wild.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Like, I don't
absolutely.
get to drop everything at every given point to do stuff, but I still get to do things that I enjoy doing.
Right, yeah, and I would say that my like financial stability has never been on a position of I gotta have this much in my account so I can feel like I succeed. No, it's like, all right, are the bills paid? Cool. Do I have enough money to eat today? All right, dope. That's all I need. Like, I mean, I would like if I'm gonna start saving up for something, then yeah, I'll start putting something aside. But like relatively, like I live more day to day, week to week, and some people might say like, oh, I couldn't do that. It's like I couldn't do what you're doing, so I couldn't work for 2 weeks straight going to work 40 hours a week from 9 to 5, getting an hour lunch and uh fucking sitting in traffic on the way there, on the way back, fucking just waiting for a check every other Friday. It's like no, I couldn't do that either. By all means, respect each other.
Exactly. And it was crazy too, because like a lot of people see like ravers, or, like music festivals, people who like love that shit as like
Yeah.
burnouts. Literally, most of the people I met have like big kid jobs. Like those people, like dude, most of the people there have money, bro.
Right.
Like those people that like a lot of the people that go, like there are people you
That's
meet.
that's their Cabo. Go to fucking Cabo or Cancun
Nah,
for a week
yeah, I
during
was
the
like,
summer. This is their vacation.
like those people have like there was a lot of people there. I'm like, damn, dude, you know how much bud tenders make in Colorado?
Ridiculous.
$65K a year. That's crazy.
Lower.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's like, I got a pretty good, like I was talking to one person, like, yeah, it's a pretty good gig. I love what I do. I get to chill. Fucking $65K a year. I was like, what the fuck? That's better than
Plus
some.
benefits.
Yes, that's like fucking wild. Bro.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's what I was trying to. I mean, I've told you about it before. Is just I can't wait for things to progress here, so I can kind of work my way into that side of life. Because that was like whenever you talk about like what are your like dream jobs, like not your like realistic goals. Like okay, well if I go to school for this, then I could do this, and then I could maybe at one point work my way up to this. Like that's your dream. My dream jobs used to be being a sportscaster on like that's I guess real all the motion. Broadcasting and things like that. So another one of mine was to be a bud tender, be able to also understand the botany side of going. That's what I want. That's also a realistic realities.
I always moved to Denver. I know,
Yeah,
dude. Everyone moves, dude. No, dude. I met so many people from Denver, and it's funny because my homie that I met that moved to Denver, right? And then Andrew and Hope's homies, one of them actually used to live in Webster, moved to Denver. And all
Right.
his homies are from Denver. None of them are from Denver.
right.
Every single one of them moved from somewhere other state. No
Right.
one in Denver lives is from Denver. There are a few, but like barely.
Yeah, but I mean Malika, he lives like about an hour or two out of Denver, but I think he works in Denver. Yeah, might work. But yes, I mean, I feel that it's more of like a. I don't know if I would call it like a commuter city.
Alright.
Barely, it's still a big city.
Nah, there's a bunch of trans. Like there's no. It's like basically most of the people who are from Colorado live in like shit now.
Right. Like a
Outside the city.
more kind of separated from
Yeah,
trees around
it's
it.
probably like most people in Austin aren't from Austin now. Most of those people probably live in
Right.
like Round Rock or like the
Right.
surrounding area. You know what I mean?
That definitely makes sense.
And most of the people who live in Austin probably.
But
like,
also, it's like getting back to what I was saying. Is it's like I shouldn't like. I guess the idea is like yeah, you can move to where you can go after your dreams, but it's like it shouldn't have to be that way, especially when we're talking about what 30 states now,
Bro?
like 20 something at least.
yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's wild too though. No, what's crazy is like leaving for a week and then coming back to like the Supreme Court shit. Like
19, sorry.
like,
Well, that's
still a lot.
recreational. There's medicinal states that have also decriminalized. We're decriminalized, and we might be.
Texas. Honestly though, yeah, no. I mean, there's so many avenues for whatever you want to do. It's like just might as well just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a little bit harder and take more time and be a
Yeah,
little-
yeah.
but you might as well. Nah, but yeah, no, it's crazy going into forest and coming back to like the Supreme Court, just fucking
Dude,
Fucking
fucking
women.
insane, bro.
looking at that. I was like, bro, what the fuck happened, bro?
Finding out like that multiple of the people on the board that made that decision had previous like sexual.
For real on the Supreme
I
Court?
believe so. I want to say like I saw it on Twitter talking about.
That's kind of honestly.
I know that Clarence Thomas dude was the guy talking about how like he wants to go after like same-sex marriage next and that.
Who?
Clarence Thomas.
Supreme Court member?
Yeah, he was. I remember seeing like
That
somebody.
he wants to go after same-sex marriage?
Yeah. hold
What
on.
the fuck is going on, bro? What is their problem? Like for why, bro? Like why? What do they gain from like taking away people's rights? I just don't get it. Fucked up. I guess power.
Right.
The thing is though, when people, it's a slippery slope. So every time someone agrees with that shit, they're like, "Yeah, dude, well, pro-life shit." And then are people who are like, "Yeah, it's wrong. It's against the Bible." It's like you do realize if they take away one right, you're giving them like the power to take away any of them. Right?
There's and I guess this is CNBC. I don't know who you guys trust as your sources, but
Nobody
the
really.
Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas says gay rights contraception ruling should be reconsidered after Roe is overturned.
Dude, fuck the Supreme Court, bro.
All I'm saying.
How do
is-
we get these motherfuckers out of there? Because they can't. I don't think they have terms.
yeah, I fucking I remember.
They have to die. Is that what it is?
I think it was Ari Shafir on like Joe Rogan's one of his recent like featured on is like yeah, you gotta kill him. I mean it's nobody wants to hear it. Everybody's gonna say nah, you can't do that. It's like nah, but I mean kill him.
How is that a rule? Like, how was it the fuck? Like,
I don't know. I'm not
like they're like the
super-
evil like fucking court basically. Like they're like what we say goes. Fuck you. We're the Supreme Court. How the fuck did they get elected?
Texas the oil.
I mean, yeah, we have CBD stores everywhere.
Criminalization. At one point, it said not decriminalized. Fucking fantastically sure that it is
Yeah, I remember-
absolutely
Unless they
decriminalized.
overturned that, I remember that. I said
But-
I remember them like criminalizing.
Yeah, because I mean, you can only get.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know. Anyways, that doesn't matter. But yeah, no, this definite this abortion stuff, this or overturning shit like that. It's just like it just goes to show like how little that positions give a fuck after they're in the position. They'll go on world tours just trying to tell you how much they fucking that scene from the campaign. This is where he's talking to like different fucking groups of people. Like construction workers are the backbone of this country. Teachers are the backbone of this country. It's just like talking to different groups of people, just trying to get people like him and shit like that. So true. It's like you don't give a fuck about anybody that you're presenting unless you're ever give everyone all of that goes out the window.
Yeah, dude. Just I can't believe that shit. I just don't like how.
I mean, we're going back in time.
Not in a good way, dude.
A fucking quote that my boss has been like pushing lately is different what's in a different concept is fucking if you look far enough into the past you'll see the future. That's getting scarily true. Eerily true. Like if we are looking like what our projections can be, this is art to something else necessarily would be back into the past and expect to happen. Like that's weird.
Can't say I'm a fan. Can't say I'm having a good time. Not having a great time. You know, like relatively, it's all right, but not the best.
Greatest country ever.
Yeah, it's so much hate, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't get how people have so much hate in their heart, bro. How do you hate someone that much? You gotta hate yourself first.
Yeah. Well, at least you don't love yourself. I guess you could hate other people without hating. Definitely don't.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
That makes sense. You don't necessarily have to be hateful. Yeah.
World's a crazy place right now.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, honestly, I had to give a shout out. I just wanted to say also, you know, we support all the women. I'm not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck if you don't agree. I am definitely pro-choice. You should have the ability to make your own decisions about what you do with your body. 100% in support of women, and all marginalized groups at that. To be honest, except for the racist and hateful ones, not those, but like the marginalized groups that are getting attacked on in this country. It's just fucked to see this all happen. But I stand with you. I mean, if there's anything I can do, of course, I will do my best to do it. Fucked up situation. We all got to stand together and come together. I mean, that's always the thing. We as people, we shouldn't wait till it hurts us to help. You know what I mean?
Right.
We should all try to do our part and be there for each other and support each other and figure out ways to help each other in any case, in any situation. Because things like this seem like they're only getting worse. And in that case, the way things can get better is if we stand.
Yeah, and I mean, it's also just like spread awareness. Like, if people aren't talking about it, get them to talk about it, dude. Because everybody should be outraged by this shit. Like, I don't know who isn't or how we got to this. Seriously, come together, remind people of what's going on. Like, I know that it's like this is important, but like, just understand, like, people can forget that fast because nobody's talking about Uvalde shooting anymore. That shit just happened because of this. There's attention and how quick people get what's going on. You have to spread awareness. You have to be able to talk about this. It's important.
Agree. Well, we can wrap it up there since I got work, unfortunately.
You like that
gotta work
sometimes.
to get what you want. It's been a great episode. Glad to be back. Honestly, feels good to be back on the mic and talking. Be back the next couple of weeks. So we're back in action. So fun. Might have a guest or two coming up too. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Guys, take it easy. Stay breezy. Lemon squeezy. Say bye to Doofles.
Bye, Doofles.
Bye, Doofles.
Catch you next week, guys. Take care.
Later, guys.